today on this episode of RealityGays.
Mete loves the Shannon, but how does Shannon feel about the J?
Zena's going to the Gambia, and her mother has the dementia.
Adnand loves the sex, but Shorna loves the Jesus.
Roll it, Christina.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiance.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's RealityGays. Let's love.
Okay, the first time that I saw a picture of Lisa, Zena's friend,
Yeah.
I immediately said, that's the dog who was voiced by Peggy Lee in Lady and the Tramp. It's that hair that kind of comes over. He's a tramp.
And she's always probably
I love him. And there's always like
she's blowing her hair out of her bangs,
the eyes. You only see one eye, but I hope that he will travel his way. Because I went, who would have this haircut in 2024?
That's exactly what she looks like.
Y'all, it is the Peggy Lee dog.
What a dog.
We're going. What a dog! We are going to make a meme of this with the Pam from The Office.
Oh.
They're the same picture. I'm dictating it because I was like, "Who is this?" And then I went, "It's the dog from Lady and the Tramp."
It is the dog from Lady and the Tramp. You're correct. You're correct.
Mm-hmm. Who in 2024? Surrey must be kind of backwards.
Yeah, because there's
I should look up where Surrey is.
It kind of has, if you think about it, in the if you think about it, Camilla Parker Bowles kind of had that kind of haircut where it was like, you know what I mean? Like in her face.
Yeah.
All the time, kind of. Anyway.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't speak of her. She's not a favorite to some of our UK listeners, but
this is 90 Day UK.
This is RealityGays, everybody. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Poodle. And we are two ridiculous homosexuals who love tearing reality television a new one.
Mm-hmm. Especially our favorite obsession, TLC's 90 Day Fiance. And this is a UK edition.
Different production company. So it's not TLC's 90 Day Fiance. It is it's like BBC 3.
Yeah.
Or one of the other shows, BBC 4.
It does air on
BBY 1, like from Andor.
Yeah. Available on Discovery UK and Discovery Plus. I don't know if Canada's getting it. They usually get everything late. Sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but this is a different type of show, different production company, different tone. It actually moves quite fast. It's a little more what I would call I was trying to think about a better word for this. The tone is lighter. The tone is lighter in delivery, but sometimes the stories are more crushing because there's a discrepancy between the tone and the subjects.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
very much so. And they also do we introduce to the couples, and we'll have like 3 or 4 episodes of that couple, and then they're gone. And then we get new couples. So we're going to get people later that are new to us. So it's just different, and we love it. I think we've watched the first 2 episodes as we're covering this now, and I am very excited, and I think this could be a great season.
For me, I got to be honest. For me, the jury is still a little out.
Okay.
Mostly it's because I feel like the one couple that we haven't met yet, that we're not going to meet in this episode, but we're going to meet them later, is Finn and Sandra. That I think is going to be the most interesting couple. The others, I think, I guess I'm trying to learn to care about Shannon and Mete. I haven't yet found a way there. The guy with Zena is obviously working her.
Oh, boy.
And like, Shorna and Adnand. Shorna's a terrible person.
She's a horrible human being.
I know. So I guess it's hard for me. I guess I need a little heart to get me across.
So cute, Adnan.
Oof. You know, I'm on the fence about it. I don't. I didn't know if he was kind of schlubby or in between. I
think he's cute.
but on the first episode, I'm a little bit like, I did laugh a lot, but for me, I need some heart to get me through. There's no what's his name and the Filipino woman. That's every 90 day. That's every 90 iteration. That's old man UK, Filipino woman.
USA, yeah, whatever.
You know, the guy who was the like the janitor and she was from the Philippines.
The guy who and then like he basically wanted that he got her pregnant and they had a baby. Right? Wasn't that his baby, or it wasn't his baby? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But I know who you're talking about. Who like was a janitor? He quit his janiting job. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he was a cleaner.
He was a cleaner.
Yeah. But y'all are listening to this on the 13th of July, which means our vacation has officially begun. We're recording this about a week early. I'm in South Carolina in a wooded landscape. This is not a screensaver.
No,
this is what it looks like in near my parents.
Come out behind him and just start. What if 2 deers just started fucking right behind you, just like?
I think there's. That's not what it sounds like. You've obviously never heard.
You've heard deers fucking.
Yeah, deers running. It's like.
Oh, okay, no, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! No. Okay. All right.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, there we are.
And you are at Mary Payne's.
Yes, I'm with Mary Payne. I probably sound really good because Mary Payne has an actual studio, unlike what we do in just my living room.
We're on vacation this week. The Facebook group, by the way, is open as of yet. They were on vacation last week.
Yeah,
Sissy Squad.
We're very happy that so many of you have subscribed to us on YouTube. Our Secret Lives of Mormon Wives videos are like blowing up. Just dozens and dozens of views. Just so many. But for us,
more than that.
No.
More than that.
It's like hundreds or 1,000. Like it's really, y'all are really taking to it. So we've got a lot of new subs on YouTube and we just want to say hi. Hi. That's Naughty Day UK. Yeah.
Hi. I kind of miss him. Now that was what I was talking about. The tone is still kind of lilting and playful, but the situation is kind of grave.
Yeah.
And that his parents were awful.
They were awful.
And Jamie was his name.
Jamie. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wish there was an outright funnier person on this season. They haven't showed up yet. There's plenty of freaks, y'all. Don't worry.
Oh, there's plenty.
But and I was just saying, just Shorna is just so awful. There's
awful.
Just nothing likable about her.
No, she's not likable. Just continue.
Shall we jump in?
Let's.
Shannon is 25 from Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps saying Mete, but it's spelled Mete.
Like Mete or
Mete.
But it is like, it reminds me of the people. I think one of them, no, she was from Manchester with this girl we knew at camp. She'd go, Mate. That's how she would say my name.
Mete is 32 from Istanbul, Turkey. And he
Go ahead. He said from Turkey because if anybody's a turkey file, I think it might be Shannon.
Yeah. Also, I was talking. One of my I went to this. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oh, no.
I went to my brother's fraternity brother's 4th of July party on the lake.
Whoa!
Now know this.
Whoa!
A group of Southern fraternity boys who are in their 40s are not hot anymore.
No, they do not age well, y'all. That fraternity guy, fucking who's 20, is not going to look good when he's 40.
And they had a band playing all the same songs that they had in college.
Mm-hmm.
And one was like playing Freebird, and he couldn't really sing it. But I was just kind of randomly talking, and there was a British guy. And I said, yeah, I cover a reality show. This is previously when I'd been asked, they're like, oh, you live in California. Why? Why you won't be there? And I'm like, I need to move on.
Good, please.
Because
we don't have bugs.
Exactly.
God, just the bugs alone.
But the British guy was talking, and I said, yeah, a couple of people have fiancés from Turkey. He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, that's where a lot of people go on vacation. And he's like, it's the place where a lot of people meet people who work in hospitality. And I'm like, so it's like our version of the Dominican Republic.
Yes, I think so.
It really is. So and he went,
so.
That sounds right. And so basically, that's what Turkey is for the Brits. Kind of like their DR.
Got it.
So it made it a lot clearer why we've had, I think, 3 different people from Turkey.
We have, actually.
Yeah.
And it does feel like that's the place where people in Europe, Middle East, or whatever, it's also the place that they all can meet and travel to.
Yes. There are very lax visa rules, I believe.
But some good plastic surgery and hair transplants.
Yes. Very popular.
Very.
The hair transplant is so popular for men doing it.
I would go. Thank God I don't have to go yet, but I will.
You'll go ahead and get it done?
Oh, I told my mother, because I look like my Uncle Steve a little bit, and he's bald. And I told my mother at 13 years old, I asked my mother to get the Hair Club for Men brochure just so I knew to be prepared. Because if I was going bald, I was going.
I don't feel like I'll lose it at this point.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, but I probably would do it if I was losing it.
Oh, for sure. And it's weird. Bald looks beautiful. I've dated, you and I both have dated a lot of bald guys, and I think that's hot. But
not on me.
Look at the shape of Poodle and I's head. It ain't good.
Nope. Mole rat.
Well, you're a mole rat maybe, but I'm like I look like a cone head, melon
Three
head.
Stooges.
It's not good. Yeah. It's not good.
So she is a football nut. Also with this story, y'all, they do this whole thing of this iteration kind of does something that old reality shows used to do, and it feels like a relic left over, is they do this kind of like really intense cold open with her thing.
Yeah.
I guess he's never going to find me. I guess he's left me at the airport because they can't. Y'all, they always find them.
Always find them.
They wouldn't have paid a camera crew.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels a little dumb. This
Antiquated is a
version
good word for it. It feels a little
yeah. And so anyway, but we're gonna get to that later. So she says, I love football. I also work in a Turkish restaurant. And I went, why are you going over to meet Mete when your coworker is the hottest person ever?
Y'all I need to find this guy's Instagram. I need to know. This guy is fucking with the tattoos.
My God.
Oh my God. Talk about some Turkish delight. Whoa!
Exactly.
You knew somebody was going to make that joke.
We don't get a lot of names of people on this show unless they are very important. So we don't get a lot of friend names. So we're bypassing that. But she loves Turkish men. The hot guy's teaching her to order a drink, and she's of course failing at it because British people don't know any other languages. Get it? Because they're colonizers.
Oh, okay.
You just speak English.
You get 2 colonizer jokes each show.
Honestly, though, listen, it's a big part of this show because a lot of times they're going to former colonies.
Yeah.
And already, y'all, you have besides just the income inequality, you have a colonial inequality.
Yeah.
So it's important to remember.
It is.
I'll bring it up as much as I want.
Okay. Take it out, Christina.
No. So she met Mete in Marmaris. This is auto-corrected like 3 or 4 different times for me. I think it's Marmaris.
It doesn't matter where she met him. She met him in Turkey, and he was part of the
entertainment team. Y'all, this is the same thing where they have younger men
like Johan,
and lots of other. It's the kind of team that has younger people. They dance. The idea is to make sure all the British people are having a good time. And that also means flirting.
Yeah.
So she said on the last night, he plopped himself right down next to me and we started talking. We had the same interest. He was good looking, the whole package. And we went to the beach and talked till 6 a.m. He's my ideal man. He loves football. I'm just like I do.
Meaning soccer for you Americans.
Yes. And because I don't think they would immediately think she'd have a bunch of big football pads on.
Somebody probably went, Carl, did you know those girls play football up in England?
Also, he has some major Justin Bieber hair.
He does. He does have major Justin.
Not the Justin Bieber now. We're talking about
baby.
Yeah. Which my niece was playing on the boat because it's come back around. My niece is 13 years old.
Oh, so she likes Justin Bieber now?
And it's come back around.
Oh, boy.
And she played it like 4 times. And I went, you're a terrible DJ. You need to do better.
No. Is she starting to get interested in boys and all that?
She's a little sullen right now. She's a little teenagery.
How old's your oldest nephew? She's 13.
He's about to be 15.
Shut up.
No, he's about to get his license, his permit, which scares me.
Wow, he's almost old enough to bully you.
They kind of try to. Yeah. Actually, the youngest tries to bully me the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The youngest is 9.
Which you kind of respect, though, because that's what you would have done.
Yeah. Though the youngest is a force of nature. Yeah. They say basically we don't know whether he's going to be president or in jail.
Ah.
It's one or the other.
It could have been you if it wasn't for music.
Truth. Truth.
So
anyway.
So she plays. We see her playing too, and she's in there kicking the ball around and
she's in there with
goals. I don't know sports.
She's in there kicking the ball around.
Goals.
She's dribbling.
She is dribbling.
She says, she's playing with these men. And she's like, I like to show the lads how it's done. She's going to the pub with the lads for a pint.
For a pint. And
her mate, Jay, one of her closest friends, how do I say this nicely? Who has eyes that are very far apart from one another.
It does. I know.
Like, I feel like I'm looking at a fish.
I mean, y'all, it comes up later. Mete is very jealous.
Mete, yeah.
But Mete, yeah. But it's like,
here's the thing.
Did you see a picture of Jay?
I get it as well, but this guy lives right next to her, we find out, and they're around each other a lot. And I'm like, is there something? Because he even says, you could come around a bit more. Come around a bit more.
He does say that.
And I would not, and I to me, it feels like normally, y'all, this is a normal thing for especially Turkish guys, and we've seen it before, to get jealous for their English girls and who's around. But there's something about this guy that makes me think it may be something more.
Okay. Possibly.
Anyway, so we see Mete, and I wrote down, this guy's just a big old goofball.
He is,
and
seems a bit immature too, I think.
Even though he's 32, he says, darling.
He seems,
I love you, darling.
What we've said on the show, women, if you're going to date a guy and you're in your 20s, date a guy who's 30, because they actually feel like they're on the same emotional level.
Yeah. I think he's a little less so. But he says, I used to go out all the time and was on the entertainment team, but then I met the Shannon. And when I met the Shannon, I'm sure that's a part of Turkish, like using the definite article. I'm going to talk about that also in the next story about the definite article is going to feature very much in this episode of Reality Gays. It's important for me, but I'm going to talk about it.
Oh God. But yes, so they met. He was like, she's not like other English girls, and so they started a relationship, and they're very similar. They like travel, history, and onion and garlic.
And onion and garlic. So,
what
could go wrong?
Well, sometimes their arguments are really, really big because, as he says, I get jealous.
I am the jealous.
He does say, I am the jealous. Everything makes me the jealous. And he says, I hate it when people say this, that I'm not worried about her. It's just, I worry about everyone else. And I'm like, no. Because he says she is very, very sexy. And she is beautiful, and she takes a good picture, y'all. I'm sure her Instagram game is strong, but he doesn't like her going out with the guys at all.
Right. And he says, we have a saying in Turkey, one girl, 1,000 people want her, and one man takes her. A little, removed from the woman having any agency.
Yeah.
But such is... I think Turkish society, it seems, our Turkish culture. And so what's interesting is he is talking to his cousin about this later on. And I thought it was weird that, and maybe because he's trying to show that he can speak English well, but he's speaking in English to his cousin, which is not something we normally see. And the cousin's trying to kind of get along in English. And because or maybe they just didn't have an interpreter there or something. I found the same thing where I think it was in the next episode when Sandra is talking to either her sister or her friend, and they're speaking English.
Yeah.
And you know what? They wouldn't need an interpreter. It's just they would just
do
they would just film it.
They just would film it and do the.
Because I'm sure I think it's very strange.
I actually made a note of that too. I thought it was like, oh,
when they're not speaking their native language, which they can be more comfortable with.
Well, maybe he wants to practice because he does admit that.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
he does. He's always wanted to come to the UK.
Oh well, a lot of that.
A lot of that.
So she is talking to Mete and tells him she was out with the lads, and Jay is, I believe, sitting there.
Yeah.
And he lives next door, and it's here's what it is. She's like, I can hear you breathing. It's just a weird thing to say.
That is creepy. I didn't really notice it, but now that you keep talking about it, I'm like, it is a little odd, yeah.
And she says, well, and she even says, he says, stop listening to me breathe, you big weirdo. And then she does this thing that we've seen before. Americans have done it too, but the Brits seem to do it a little bit more egregiously, where they speak this weird pidgin English, almost back that their partner in exactly the same way their partner's doing.
Yeah.
She does it really badly.
Yeah, she does it really badly.
And I won't even imitate it, y'all. You'll notice it.
You will.
It's not like he needs her to she could say less words, but he's going to be fine with picking it up. But I feel like I don't know. It really is gross when they do it. It's like, who was it? Emar did the same thing to Hossein.
Yeah.
And Sam does the same thing to Ali.
She does.
Yeah.
And we're going to see them later.
In like episode 3, maybe?
I think later. Yeah, y'all know what we're talking about. It's like when my mother talks to someone who she thinks speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
It's not, no.
It's not good.
It's not good.
So he's quizzing her about what happened and who was there. And he says, any girls? No. And then, do you want to say anything? I don't think so, darling. And he says, I think so, darling.
There's a lot. Y'all drink every time you hear the word darling.
And darling, he talks like this, darling.
Like this.
Yeah. So she's like, we went with the pub to celebrate. That was it. He's like, with the girls? No, with the team. And he's like, that's not good. Hangs up on her. And
you think he's such an asshole for doing this. And you're like, what a jerk. What a fucking bullish dick. But then we find out a little bit more to the story here.
Okay. I thought the same thing. Yeah. So later on, he's talking with the cousin. This is where I'm talking about she's like, I'm jealous, but I trust her, just not the others. And he says, well, last summer, she was the one who got jealous. She said that she was worried that I was talking to other British girls, and I wanted him to leave the hotel, and he moved in. So he did it. He did what she said.
He changed his job and changed where he lived.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this fucking hypocrite. Fuck her.
So I will say, this show does not really paint it. It's interesting because the American version of 90 Day Fiance is very much that tries to, I believe, give from the perspective of the American and gives a little bit of an open-minded perspective.
Point.
Sometimes
they don't do that.
This version really skewers the British citizen and usually their single-mindedness of where they are in the society.
Mm-hmm.
And what they think and almost this transactional nature of a relationship.
Yeah.
This show is almost
does a lot with Zena too.
Satirical of that.
Yeah.
It's very different than the American version, which sometimes makes it a little it hits me a little the wrong way.
I get it.
I enjoy laughing at it, but you also need some heart.
You do.
If I'm gonna watch this.
I agree.
So she's basically said she said that he could not go out with any of his friends.
No.
Any of his male friends. So she's telling him that he almost has to live like a monk.
Yes.
And not go out to clubs.
And
because he doesn't, almost like she doesn't trust him not to flirt with other girls.
And so he's like, well, she's going out, then I'm going to go out with my friends, AKA the party boys.
The party boys.
Party boys. I'm a party boy.
That's the gay version of the Hardy Boys.
No, no, the Hardy Boys is already gay. It's already. We've even talked about that. The Hardy, y'all, if you don't know
the Hardy Boys and the case of the golden dildo. Where'd it go?
Where did it
Joe
go?
Hardy's ass.
Yes, there you go. The dog sniffed it out, literally. So Shannon,
she pulled it out.
Woo! Shannon's with Jay, and there's no Nancy Drew, but there's definitely a few Nancys. Anyway, Shannon is with Jay. I think that's next. Yeah,
again,
and packing to leave. Like they're all together. And Jay says all the time, "She's like a sister to me. She's like a sister." And I'm like, okay, but she's telling him kind of what happened, and she even says, "Well, he wants to go out, but along with it's not with a bunch of girls, and that's fine. Whatever."
That's not true. He didn't. He said she didn't want him to go out with anyone.
She did say that initially, yeah. So she's either backtracking or changed the rules. And Jay is like, well, have you ever looked him up? Do you see like her face when he says, have you ever looked him up? Like, people that are cheaters or scammers. And she was like, got this look on her face. She was like, I'm not interested. No. And it almost
there's no way she has not looked him up.
It almost feels like she, like with Mete, she almost like wants him as a prize rather than a boyfriend, or to show like, look who I'm with.
I don't know, because I don't think it's not that he's ugly. I just don't think he's all that attractive.
I think he's cute-ish in a boyish
with a
way,
different haircut would be better.
I do think a makeover would make him look hotter.
Yeah. He actually looks like this. There's a woman who I follow, but she just takes videos of her Italian husband trying to say things, and it's adorable because he's just trying to please her, and he's like he'll say things, and he's like, my Italian husband trying to say certain words, or she'll say to him, she's like, watch me say certain things to my Italian husband, and she's like, want to get out of here, and he goes, what does that mean? He's like, it means go with me to the car to, and he's like, you would say that in front of your mother? He's just so wholesome. I should really tell you the account if I'm going to talk about it, but it's like this.
Boy,
he looks
really love that wholesome type because you just want to defile him.
He looks just like this Italian guy.
Okay,
style. But this guy has shorter hair, and he's so cute.
All right, let's get off of his dick.
And every time he goes to Italy, he brings back so much cheese.
Don't blame him.
He's like, you got to bring this cheese. Look at this cheese. You cannot get it here. Anyway, I love them. I follow them all the time.
Okay, we're moving on.
All right.
You can tell people later.
So
on the second
Jay
episode.
found a social media group called Love After Marmaris that outs cheaters and scammers, and she's like, he's not like that. I also think that if she found out, she would feel so stupid.
Yeah, it's about the way she would look.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And do you notice this with Jay? I don't know if I noticed this in the first thing. Maybe it's his hair. He has like a almost orange red dye only around his ears.
It's like
of his hair.
This guy's not well.
What?
Like something seems off to me with him.
But it's just, why is it only on one? Why is it only right there of his ears? I've never seen a dyed hairstyle that way.
Maybe it's grown out in a weird way.
Let us know, UK sissies. Is this something? Is this a trend?
It's like a hair.
Jay's hair?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It was dyed, right?
Yes, it looked dyed, yeah.
Okay. Later on, she's on the way to the airport. And he's not answering his calls or texts. She gets to the airport. She's crying because she loves him. She's calling her mother and drops the call because of service. And she says, I don't know what I'm going to do. Spoiler alert. He shows up in the second episode.
Ooh, we were so worried.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. This iteration of the show does a lot of that. Remember when it took, what's her name? Who was with Johan?
Johan, yeah.
And it took her. It took her 4 episodes at the wedding.
Yes.
To get.
Yes.
Oh. Now that was a big reveal. That was a roller coaster with that guy. Shall we move on to our oldie of this season? Zena, 65, from Oxted, Surrey, and Ibrahim. We only know
but
he's
also
from.
It goes by Ebrima too. Like when we meet him later on,
yeah, Ebrima, yeah.
So I'm calling him Ebrima, but
Ebrima. He is 44 from the Gambia.
The Gambia.
Now, she calls it the Gambia as well, and I went, is that some kind of like former colonial thing? And of course I had to look it up. Turns out it's not. They actually prefer to call it with the definite article.
No, I knew you were going to say
Africans.
article.
So they will call it the Gambia because they like it's named after the river Gambia. So they call it like it's almost like the Philippines. It's one of the few nations that use a definite article. I think it's interesting.
Is this now? This isn't the Gambia River is different than I was thinking the Ganges or whatever that river.
That's in India.
That's in India, yeah.
So Gambia the Gambia is a very tiny country in Western Africa.
Where is it?
I don't think we've ever had Western Africa.
Maybe we haven't.
No, we haven't. We haven't had it. It's kind of surrounded by Senegal. I don't think that helps you.
Mm-mm. I love you, chicken. Let's see.
But anyway.
Yeah. It's really, okay, great.
It's quite a small country. Former British colony. I know that's a shock, especially when British people are tourists or are going for tours.
What town is he from? Do we know?
The capital. It says it later. I wrote it down later on. Here, I can tell you.
Ziguinchor?
No.
Is it Kolda?
Banjul. That's the capital.
Where is that? I can't find it. Well, let's see. If you take the N4 and you go down to Begonia, and it just
he has to take a boat to his family.
Oh, it's not by Gudam, but if you go to that. Oh, but if you take the N5, it's going to take you to Brikama, where the. Oh, no, can't find it. Must be.
Banjul is the capital.
I can't find it. Can't find it. Must be up.
Then you're reading a map wrong.
I bet it's by Chiancasil. Oh, well, I guess we'll never know.
Do I need to look at a map and see it myself?
No, we know the Gambia. I got it.
The Gambia. Mm-hmm. Yes. But that's true. I thought it would be something that she was just saying. No, that's what he called it that. And it's also what people from Gambia call the Gambia.
Now, Zena is one of those people that, look, I'm not knocking. I wish I had the confidence of Zena because this woman.
Isn't that your brother's dog's name?
It is, but with the X, like the warrior princess. Sorry. Like the warrior princess. But yes, she does live in Oxford, Surrey. She said a very nice place to live.
Not Oxford. I had to look this up. It's
Oxford, Surrey.
Oxted.
I thought she was saying
Oxford is
Surrey.
Oxted.
Well, she
Oxted.
She's looking in the mirror and she's like, I wish I was born rich instead of beautiful. And this woman has the highest opinion of herself in the way she looks. And she doesn't look bad. She's not an ugly woman, but she literally thinks she looks like Selma Hayek. And I wish I had this confidence in life.
They count on this version of this show, they count on people like Zena.
They really do.
Zena's gonna get screwed.
So you need to build too in the UK with these older white women going to these African countries and kind of I think we've had one every season now.
Well, the last one was from I believe Pakistan. This was India. Remember Pat and the other younger guy? But usually countries that are much more much less wealthier countries, let's just say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Older British women. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
y'all, her favorite music is reggae.
Mm-hmm. But she also loves and they're just playing. They like every time she says another music, they just play it to let us know. Like, if you don't know what jazz is, we're gonna play jazz.
Yes.
So she's dancing, she's twerking. She's throwing that ass in a 65-year-old circle out there dancing with her friend Lisa,
who is 48 years old and is like a British Peg Bundy. I said before,
she's not 48. She's known Lisa for 48 years.
Thank you.
I was going to say, this is a hard 48.
I also have to say, if they've known each other for 48 years, that means they knew each other basically like in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
again, y'all, this is that Peggy Lee dog. That's the hairstyle here. And Zena says, I'm just about to get my teeth screwed in. Had a boob job, a tummy tuck, a nose job, and I thought about a designer vagina. She also says, I don't fancy men my own age. They are washed up coleslaw.
Washed up coleslaw. And then she's like, besides, she's like, I like younger men. She's like, I like men not too young,
in
but
the middle,
old, in between. And then she literally says, because they have an auntie fetish.
But she tells Lisa she met someone, and Lisa's like, is he nice? Look online. And she's like,
she said, look, I'm going to interrupt here and say, and some of you are going to get schooled by this, and I'm going to shame you. And I mean to shame you, and I apologize, but you need to know. But this woman, she says, I don't feel like 65. I don't look like 65. She's young at heart and all this shit. If you hand someone your phone and it's in a flip wallet case, you're not young at heart. No, because no one under the age of 50, I would even say 55, should have a phone case that looks like that.
And you know what? It's fine if you do, but don't claim to be, I don't feel 65.
If you're 40
or I'm young at heart.
Yeah, if you're 40 and you have one and you look at me
claim
and say,
your age.
I'm an old soul. I'm like a 70-year-old librarian on the inside. And I go, this tracks.
Then she just starts spelling Ibrahim's name. Mm-hmm. And the friend goes, oh my God, how old is he? And it turns out he's 44. She's like, your daughter's older than that. Lisa is the friend.
Lisa is a 40-year friend. Yes.
And with less politeness.
Yes.
And at one point she goes, never mind all the tip procedures. You need to get this sorted. And puts it in her head.
Now, I got to say, Lisa kind of gives Mother Poodle like
totally.
Because she'll often go, Zena will say something and Lisa kind of goes, cool. In like the British way.
The British version, cool.
Yeah.
Y'all wait till we talk about the mother.
Whoa.
If you think Lisa's a tough customer, wait till the mother. So she met him while on African holiday when they go and play with what they think. We're going to go play with the crocodiles and the monkeys.
And the huge dick.
Yes, that I'm sure that wasn't a problem.
Because you can tell that he's one of those skinny, lanky guys, y'all. He's got a massive schlong.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah. So she said, he asked me out a few times. We had a few dates and we've had a relationship ever since. And the friend just literally says, Zena, you're traveling halfway across the world for a bit of cock.
That's what she says. And she's like, no. And then later he FaceTimes her and Zena again says, while she's holding her billfold phone, says, I don't see age. I see he has a very high intellect. He speaks 4 languages.
He's got a lot of out views.
Yeah.
Instead of out viewpoints.
Yes.
Out views.
She's like, he's extremely fit, and he is very fit. Yes.
She also kind of speaks pidgin English to him. Yes. And I want to point out when she says he speaks Arabic, English, French, and Gambian. I looked this up. There is no Gambian language. There are several languages that people speak in the Gambia. Gambian is not one of them.
Again,
just for clarity,
Americans and people from the UK are often impressed when people speak other languages.
Other language.
Spoiler alert: a lot of people around the world speak multiple languages. Mm-hmm. We're just lazy.
Yeah, well, our country doesn't see the need.
Different. Yeah.
It doesn't see the need to do it.
It's so big. It's so spread out. You don't as much anymore.
Yeah. But it's not valued here.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in Central Europe or Europe, it's like states. That's how it is to travel, and also their educational system obviously supplants it more.
Got it.
I don't know if you noticed this, but the music they were playing when she called him was like do. It was like Vampire Weekend. Like what's African music through a white lens. It's almost you could almost write some type of dissertation about this show, y'all.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. She says people were calling me a sex tourist with a visa vagina. Can you imagine?
With a visa vagina.
With a visa vagina.
Visa vagina.
She's going now to see her mother, Ethel. And
yes.
I think it's time for our first of the season. RealityGays 90-day UK RealityGays Theater.
Bum 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 bum.
If you've been around for a while, you know I'm going to be playing the mother Ethel.
Yeah, if you mad. I tried. He wouldn't even let. He literally reached to the computer and bit me. Got a mark. That's his.
All right, let's do this. And scene.
Action. All right.
Who's there? Who is it? Mom. My daughter.
Hey, Mum. It's Zena, your daughter, Mum. I know you're blind now. You can't see me, but I'm here, Mum.
Oh, I'm here. Wouldn't matter if I could see you.
Oh, look at you, Mum. You're 95. You're in your prime. It's great.
Something like that. I was in my prime when I was 22. It's been 75 years.
I know, Mum. It's been a long time, but tonight I'm going to clean your flat tonight.
Thank you. It's the least you could do.
Properly. Once you get you in bed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Are you still dating Mushton? You know.
Mum, it's
he's
not
so
name.
ugly.
It's Abraham.
So
Mum.
ugly.
I told you.
Oh, whatever.
What? I think he's handsome. He's a beautiful man, beautiful bloke. Don't you think?
Ugly. Okay. Ugly like your father.
Well,
you know I married him because of his cock, right? People say I got dementia, but I'm right here.
Mom,
in the ballroom of the Dorset Hotel in 1942. That's where we are, right?
I know, Mother. After during the war. No, Mom. I'm in your flat.
It's the Blitz.
No, Mom.
Sorry, I'm here.
I'm here. Mom, you're being really rude. Really rude. And I don't have to. He's very handsome.
You know who was rude? The Krauts to us.
No. Okay. All right, Mom.
Show me the picture again.
Yeah, look, take a picture. Look.
Oh, you must be bloody blind. You got shit in your eyes.
Okay. Well, you know.
I don't really like men who aren't, how do I say this without seeming racist?
No, I know you
white.
You prefer Englishmen or men that you know or men that aren't black.
And men that are a little less
African
coloring in their skin.
Mom, we kind of read through the lines of the
It's
audience.
not racist. It's just a preference, personally.
But he treats me like a queen, Mom.
The bombs!
Oh, no, Mom. No,
Sorry.
No, you're here. Look at all these old ladies with young men. It's wonderful, right?
Reginald, say you're right to me, please.
Mom,
don't go off to war.
Mom, Reginald.
Where am I?
Reginald died 20 years ago.
You lying bitch.
Well, I'm going to go away,
Don't say
Mom.
I have dementia, because I don't.
Don't mean to make you upset, but I'm leaving. I'm going to go visit him, Mum. Going to go visit in the Gambia, wherever the fuck he is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I'll be back, though. There's going to be people that come and take care of you, but I'll be gone for a bit.
You're going to send the dark girl again, aren't you?
Mom, we don't call her that. We don't call her, but I'll miss you. Okay, maybe I'm not going to clean your flat today. Did you drink your whiskey? Please, and go to sleep.
Bottle. You think you're going to marry him, right? I hope you don't.
Yeah, of course I'm going to marry him.
No. I can read between the lines. I don't think you really love him at all. Nothing won't come of it. I hope he does for your sake. I love her to bits, my daughter. I'm just doing narration at this point. I know she's still here.
Mom, you better go duck under cover. They're coming. It's the Blitz.
It's the Blitz again.
Zena's out of there. This is what is going to happen if Jake is 96 years old and living.
Where did they find this?
Well,
where did they dig this old dowager up from?
You're not going to be racist. Let me preference that. You're not going to be that because I got that too. That was completely coded in racism.
Totally.
But you are going to be
difficult.
You're difficult and just.
If I live that long, just wait to see what comes out of my mouth.
God, I
thought my grandmother was mad at the end. Bad at the end.
I hope I'm just dead by then, so I don't have to see it. I probably will be.
And I'll just say, I had the best cock of my life.
Yeah.
and I'll just tell I'll just tell children.
Yeah. As you should.
They need to know. And scene. Did we say and scene? You already did.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry, I was still in the Blitz. I kind of went there in the Dorset Hotel.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
With Reginald staring at me in my beautiful sundress.
No one's going to say that you don't commit. Not me. Not me. I'm not. So now, y'all, if you remember too, you're like, boy, a lot happens because it's only 3 people. A lot happens in each episode.
Yeah, they're in hour episodes.
So next up, Zena's having brunch with her daughter Zoe and granddaughter Tilly.
Tilly.
I love that nickname.
I wrote down. So she's had 3 relationships, 4 children, 7 grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. I was trying to think about the average generational length here.
I think she did it young.
15 years? Know what I'm saying, y'all? This one child has a great-great-grandmother who's alive.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I have a feeling that
that's 5 generations.
That's what I'm saying. The average generational length. Now, the grandmother, the Zena's mother is 95, which is old.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the average generational length is 15.
Zoe strikes me as someone who
15 or 20.
Zoe strikes me as someone who possibly had kids young.
The mother with her veneers. Boy,
yeah, Zoe, the daughter.
Yeah.
So
you're talking about Zena as well, I think so.
Zena as well, yeah. So they're talking and
but yeah, how often do you have 5 generations that are still alive?
Yeah. And so the granddaughter is like, saying, well, she's like grandmama or whatever she calls her. She's like, a lot of these relationships. Nan, yes. They're like to get money out of you. And Zena says, well, I'm just a generous person and I give him money. And she's like, I don't give him a lot of money. I just bought him an iPhone and a mattress for his birthday and Christmas presents. And that's it. And I wrote then, she's lying. She's giving him more.
Totally. The other thing, y'all, I mentioned before about how they love to skewer the kind of average British intelligence of how people around the world live. And the granddaughter, she's like, does your boyfriend have a beach around him? No, he lives in the bush. He has to get a boat from an hour and a half to where he works. Oh. And then it says they're very poor where he lives. They don't wear like boy clothes or girl clothes. They wear what they have, and the people go, oh. It's just I just love the question. Does he have a beach around him?
Does he have a beach around? Yes.
Anyway, so they even said, do you think he has kids? Like, I don't know. Do you think he might want them? Because he's not going to have them with Zena.
Exactly.
And so it's
also hard to believe that a man, because he is good looking, y'all. It's hard to believe that a man who is 44 years old doesn't have any children.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I wrote that down too.
Yeah.
And they say, you'll be getting him a car next. Put a pin in that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, she does end up admitting that she did give him 400 pounds, but he didn't ask for it.
Very important, because I offered, because I'm a very generous person.
Uh-huh. And the granddaughter says, I have to say, you are a witch sometimes. So maybe you're right about this, but there's always that one person who can break your guard down and can kind of break through and could be taking advantage of you. But Zoe doesn't think, Zena doesn't think that he is.
Later on, she lives in a retirement community, y'all, and she's the youngest person there. And
at first they didn't like me because I had my friends over and had parties, but now I take care of the garden.
Now I take care of the garden,
and they love me.
And she calls him. The Wi-Fi is not really good. She says he tells her she wants her to. He's Muslim, and he's practicing, obviously, which is different than Adnand, not Adnan. Adnand. Who is culturally probably raised Muslim and is not practicing anymore.
No.
And he says he could have up to 4. She says he could have up to 4 wives and 4 sex slaves if he wanted to. I'm wondering what the translation of sex slave is. Maybe it's like a concubine, but I wonder. I wanted to do a little research on that before.
Yeah.
And so he basically says, he said, I could have 4 wives, but I couldn't put up with the trouble. But then he asked her, hey, do you think you could give me some money to buy a taxi? All I need is 3,000 pounds. You've got that right.
You got that right.
But it's for the business. And she
Zena says, I look like I have money, but I don't. And I thought, you don't look like you have money to me, actually. But sure.
She says that she's 65 and she looks 65 except for she colors her hair.
Yeah.
Like that. She looks 65 and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But she does. It's not that she hasn't adjusted to her age. She never adjusted to her age.
She had accepted it.
After 20, I don't think she ever accepted anything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's got that feeling.
And she even said, well, if he could guarantee he'd pay me back, maybe I could raise some money.
This is the wrong mindset.
Lost connection.
I'm going to say this again. We've said where they've had, well, he'll just pay me back. It's kind of like when Americans say, well, they're going to pay me back for the visa later. That's not how this works.
It's not how this works.
They have nothing.
Yeah.
You are entering into a relationship with someone who is financially your non-equal. And either you need to say, I'm going to give you this money and this is for us. Or you need to say, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Because this is in this idea, whatever you think about your ideas about money and equality in your relationship in the future, right now, they're never going to pay you back for what you have done for them to get to America. That is ridiculous.
Agreed.
But it's amazing that the Americans we've seen still have that idea.
Yeah.
So it's just bringing that up is the wrong mindset. And at one point he just goes, oh, it's cutting off again because you wouldn't give him the money. I'm sure it was the internet, not that he was turning it off.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically says, that's it for them. Let's move on to Shorna.
Shorna, 45. And I didn't get where she lives.
She's from London.
And then Adnand, 25.
From Tirana, Albania.
Is Albania the Dick Riviera?
Yes.
It is.
It very much is.
Yes.
I do not see this man as paying a lot of fruit as
what does that mean?
in the dick business.
Oh.
Bearing fruit, I should say, not
paying a lot of fruit. The
bearing
Dick
fruit.
Riviera. Not.
Yes.
You know, I don't see bulbous balls. I feel like that.
I could see that.
But
like a satchel.
Yes, like something like a Victorian woman would use to carry change.
Yes, very much so.
Wow, that was the
less floral though.
That was the gayest reference to testicles I think
I went right there.
Say. So Shorna, really pretty woman, and again, age is just a number. She says, she's like, and the way you look young is you go to the gym, you don't drink, and you drink lots of water. And I wanted to say, and you're black, bitch, because you don't age. Like everybody knows this.
And it looks like you've had a couple things done to your face. So you probably should not give that as your solution to not aging.
Yes. It's like, yes, when people, it's like if you're gonna do it, just own it.
You can tell she is age obsessed because she brings up the fact that she had her daughter at 21, and people were saying I looked 15 and 16. They didn't think I was old enough to have a child. I don't know if this is the flex you think it is. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird to talk about someone might have thought you were a child who was assaulted and could be bearing a child. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
It's weird.
I do not like this woman.
No,
I think we've already established that.
Yes. But she met him, Adnand, on holiday.
It's a bang trip.
And she met him on a bang trip.
Wait, this is, by the way, I don't know if you realize this. These are 3 bang trips.
Yeah.
It is 3 all in the same episode.
Sounds like the month of September for Poodle. But
I wish.
So he's from Albania, but they met on holiday because he works in Greece.
In Greece, yes.
And so she went to college last year, and she stayed in this hotel. And
college?
She said, that's what it sounded like she said. She's like, I wrote college, and I even went back and said, I felt like the word she said was college. We had screeners, so I couldn't get.
But it's not college. Yeah.
Okay.
She went to some city in Greece.
Maybe it was the town. Maybe that was it. And she was staying in the hotel, and she had a problem with her keys, and he helped her get into the room. And then so it was actually, this one was more, they kind of met had a nice meet cute, I guess, as they say. And then she said, but then I started getting feelings for him. But she describes this like, I'm like, but you're still traveling from another country and you're 20 years older than he does.
But this is the same situation. Yeah, this is the same situation. She thinks that he is totally into her, not because she's 45 and may have money and he could get to the UK.
Because he talks about he wants to go to the UK too.
Worse than Ali last season.
Yeah, he talks about a lot.
And he's like, we would make out in the elevator. He's quite young. And she says, love is love, no matter the age. This woman is so deluded that she's never even picked up on the fact. And she refuses to acknowledge it to her daughter. And another red flag, y'all. My daughter's my best friend. We're basically sisters.
Nope. Her daughter, Kayla. Not good. Now,
you are 20 years apart.
I do.
They could easily be unsmothered.
Maybe those ginormous fake eyelashes give Kayla more intelligence than her mother. I don't know what it is, but I love that she fucking reads her mother for filth
It's true. I just wish the mom would acknowledge it in the least bit. But
Kayla wishes her mom would acknowledge it in the least bit.
And anyway, and this is what I even another red flag. The daughter says she's going to be drama. This is going to be drama. He doesn't know the real you. And I went, I'm leaning in.
Yes. What do you mean the real you?
And
she's like, sugar mama. He's 25.
Yeah. And so then she does this whole thing where she's like, there is another man. He's out there. He shows me unconditional love.
This is a good lead up, y'all. This was good.
And I know he's there for me. And we see like a man in the window and he's like, no, he's God. Because the bitch converted to Mormonism. The car, right now I heard like squealing brakes. This is... Okay, already, if you're 45 and you've converted to a religion, which I would consider Mormonism a pretty extreme conversion because of how much you have to kind of give up and what you have to do. And if you're 45, something went bad sometime.
I agree.
You don't convert. But as she said, let me see if I can. One day I was on social media and I just got an ad or something like that. I looked about this religion and saw it was very family oriented. And I was a party girl and I had to reevaluate my life. No alcohol, cigarettes, and chastity. And so the thing is, her conversion to Mormonism was never about them two together.
No,
it was about her.
Can I even say too, just because it's where it happened in the show, brilliant that when she said, and I have to keep my chastity. And as soon as she said chastity, it goes, I forgot what it was, but the classical music was like, boop, 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 boop. It like got so
Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
I think later on they played Mozart's the Lacrimose. Like it was
music,
so
music
dramatic.
on this show is never subtle.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so good.
It is definitely a character of its own.
It is.
The music is telling you a lot of things about these characters.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not aware they can't have sex anymore. I got to say, this is one of the stupidest things you can do and expect your partner to not object.
Well, the audacity of this woman that
I can't even believe it.
Become this faith. She can not tell him in person or not tell him over the phone because we find out later, y'all, she's been fucking Mormon for almost like a year before she even tells this guy that she can't bang him. So she let him on that long. But then also, she thinks she's going to be able to make him convert.
Yes, that's the crazy thing. And y'all, he's not practicing, as she says, he's not practicing Muslim. So it's a good fertile ground for me. Because that is all about, evangelizing in the Mormon church, if you've ever been visited by Mormon missionaries. And later on, she's meeting her friends. I don't believe we know either of these friends' names.
No, we never got them.
And the friend's like, he'll be in the UK before you can blink. And they talk about him being not aware that she's Mormon now. And she says, we can't even be together in the same house. They can hold hands. Hugging and kissing are allowed. But anything like that.
No, not kissing. Remember,
did I say kissing? I'm sorry.
Just hugging. Yeah, they can't kiss.
Hugging and holding hands.
Because kissing leads to things. And I will verify, kissing leads to things, y'all.
I would co-sign. I would co-sign. Yeah. So later on, we see Adnand, and you say he's cute. I just said it depends on whatever picture I see. Okay. And it feels to me, this feels like not just that I think it feels like a mismatch completely. Not just because of the Mormon thing. It feels like he just really wants to get to the UK.
Well, the first sentence he says is, Greece has a special place in my heart, and I love it here, but it's my dream to live in the UK.
The money's good.
The standard
of living is good. I want to say Arsenal.
I've
heard about Nando's, the chicken restaurant.
And so I love it when he's talking. They show the images of what he's talking about. And when he brings up Nando's, they just show a picture of a rooster. Like, not even like, because they can't show Nando's because it's copyrighted. So there's just a fucking chicken. And I was terrified because I'm scared of chickens, but I screamed, laughed, and I was like, that is why I love this show, because it just it doesn't wink. It literally like does an arm pull and
it's not subtle. It's not subtle.
I love it.
Giuliano is calling him, who's his best friend, and says, why are you seeing her? Did you see this guy's hair? What is going on? Are you starved?
I've been saving it up for Provincetown, so I haven't banged anybody in a long time. Yeah.
You may want to take it into your own hands because you're gonna
do that in somebody else's house.
Oh, come on. Do you know what I've done in someone else's house?
I can't do that in Mary Payne's guest bed. This is coming from someone when Poodle came to stay with me once. He's like, I had phone sex on your living room floor with this guy.
You weren't here. You weren't there.
Y'all, come at us. Do you pull your pud in somebody else's house when you visit? Let us know.
It's necessary.
Okay. I cannot do that.
He says, he basically says, why are you seeing this woman when you could find a girl here? And he's like, well, I'm in love with her, unfortunately, but she's older than me. She has a sexy body, and we have lots of kisses, hugs, and sex.
Cut to church bells.
Yes.
It literally cuts to the church.
He's like, what's the first thing you're going to do in London? Y'all, they're already talking about him being in London, and
he's really Nando's. He's really big about Nando's.
And she's reading the Book of Mormon later on, we see, and there's awful word art. And she goes, my least favorite expression that people say, we're just going to have to put it in God's hands. Mm-hmm. In other words, I'm going to take every bit of accountability off of me in this situation and give it to God.
Yep.
And
so I don't have to take responsibility for
And I think it's even grosser that she says, because it's about suppressing intimacy, he's Muslim, but he doesn't practice Islam. I can easily convert him. And that's when I went, you don't even really do you even see him as a real person with thoughts and ambitions? Or do you see him as a piece of a toy boy?
Yes, that's exactly how she sees him.
It's so gross.
She doesn't see him as human at all. He's just like a little fuck toy for her that she can do whatever. And she thinks her shit doesn't stink. It is, by the way, when she says, I can convert him to Mormonism, and they immediately just go, and they start playing, which is really funny because I feel like we can't do this a lot. A lot of other pods can't do this. But tell everybody really quickly, what is the Mozart's that's the Requiem. What is that about? If you're a music person, it's even funnier, I think.
Mozart's Requiem, Lacrimosa, tears of the mother, crying, Virgin Mother.
It's about Jesus's death. And so it's just, I don't know, that's a little music nerd. I feel like Poodle now.
I'm already bored now.
Nobody cares about, and I realize nobody cares
It's also a very well-known part of that Requiem.
But it was on point. To the music. I would love to talk to the music supervisor of this show. I bet it's some classical queen.
Probably. They sometimes use the same exact things over and over again. Also, they're really heavily used bass clarinet.
Yeah. They do that a lot. So then we see her with Kayla, and Kayla's like, I think you're delusional. And she said, you don't take anything that I see. You don't follow through. You don't see it. And she said, so you're going to get on a plane to see him and make him change his squad from his religion. And she's like, yeah. And she just bats her eyelashes in that it's not even a hot tub. I guess the hot tub was earlier, but did you notice it wasn't bubbling? So it looked like they were just sitting in a bath. I hate that. Freaks me out.
It also feels like that she's trying to live a certain lifestyle, and it's just not really working out for her.
No. Kayla says, good luck.
I think that's the show.
That is the show. That is the show, everybody. That is your 90 Day UK Season 4, Episode 1. We don't have the name of this episode. Because
we did not get episode names.
Because we got screeners. Thank you so much to
You'll see
UK.
them. You'll see them in the show description, though.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you're watching this on YouTube, give a like to this video, comment in the video. We are starting to look at our YouTube comments and comment back and stuff like that. So we are aware. So everybody, we call these people lonely hearts because Aren't we all just lads and lasses looking for love in the wrong places, Poodle?
Yes. And, the Blitz is starting again! Reginald, take cover! The bombs! The sound of it all! Quick, get in the chair that goes upstairs.
Oh, we forgot about that part from Gremlins. The chair that goes upstairs. All right, bye, y'all. Call us. Give us a ring.
Give us a ring. That's it.